Alright, so last time we left off in Bruma, right? Definitely. Chapel of Talos, huh? You won't see those in Skyrim. Repair my crown, wicked one. What? Do I have bounty? 0. No, I don't have bounty.
Go ahead, please.
That's strange. Is it bug?
I've heard that Arentus Falvius at the chapel can conjure up creatures. Farewell.
There are quests in this town, so let's do them. Who is this?
I'm Jantus Brolus. I'm the illusion trainer.
Oh. Alright.
Easterus and I used to be adventurers, but we've retired here. Bruma is far from civilization, but we're ready for a little peace and quiet.
But did you took the arrow in the knee?
Let's see if we can't teach you a thing or two.
Interesting.
You mean the Holy Hermit of Anvil? No one knows where he comes from, but they say he has the true word. I'd love to go hear him preach. You mean the Holy... You too.
Evening. Make it quick. We're still in Cyrodiil here in Bruma, but just barely. We build for the cold, just like in Skyrim.
So Skyrim wasn't very cold, buddy.
I'm through talking to you.
I guess they haven't that figured out back then.
What do you want? Can't you see that I'm upset? I can't help myself. I'm just a sucker for well-heeled men. That Ola, for example, at the Tap and Tack. He's dreamy. And successful, too. Good riddance.
How do you start that quest?
What?
Can you spare a coin? I can eat for a day with a single coin.
Thank you, kind sir.
A lot of change.
I haven't heard much about him. I'm thinking about going down to Anvil to hear him for myself. Blessings of Archay upon ye. May the wind be on your back.
The Fighters Guild is recruiting again. Not a bad way to make some money if you've got the stuff.
Alright, talk to these guys. Because I the boxer of the Dark Brotherhood. Yeah, there was the murder mystery stuff in Skyrim and Skyrim, I mean, in here in Bruma.
Something I can help you with. I've heard that Jantus Brolus is skilled with both magic and steel. Good day.
Okay, this one.
You're going to have to leave. This is a crime scene, and no one other than ourselves, our Reynold Draelus, will be allowed access. The culprit in this crime has already been dealt with. It's just a matter of wrapping up the details. I'd tell you more, but frankly, I don't know who you are, so I'm not sure that I can trust you with that sort of information. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's great! Is that so? It's
okay.
good of you to say so. Blah, blah. That's great! Is that so? That's really funny. You're too Don't. Where'd you get that? That's good. Don't. It's good. That's just talk. That's really fun. It's good. You're full of it.
You don't say.
Blah. That's how nice. You're wasting your. You're good. The culprit in this crime has already been. I tell you. Yes? That will get you. I suppose there's no harm in telling you what happened. Word is bound to get around Bruma anyway. Turns out that Braden Lyrian is a vampire. Or was. If it wasn't for Reynold Draelus, we may never have uncovered the truth. Let me explain. In the last week or so, we've found 2 bodies stashed in shallow graves outside the city walls. The bodies had puncture wounds on their necks. The bodies were those of some beggars who used to wander the streets looking for handouts. Vampire probably thought no one would miss them. Luckily for us, Reynold arrived in town. He said he was a vampire hunter, so we asked for his help. He tracked the vampire to this house. When he entered the place around noon, Braden was sleeping. He was able to slay him at that point. Luckily, Braden's wife wasn't home. Poor thing. She didn't even know her husband was infected. We did a follow-up investigation, and it's true that no one recollects seeing Braden out in the daylight. He's only been spotted at night. I'm afraid there's not much more to tell you, so you can see we really don't need any help, but thanks for the offer.
Yeah, that's just too easy.
As far as I know, he was a good man. I never saw this coming. But vampires are masters of deception, so I guess it makes sense. I'm impressed. It only took him a day to track the vampire down. I guess that's why he does it for a living. I've heard that Arentus Falvius at the chapel can conjure up creatures. Feel free to question anyone in town. They shouldn't give you too much trouble. Excuse me.
I can't believe this is happening. Please, please, I need your help. My husband was no vampire. It's ridiculous. No one will listen to me.
Okay, lady.
Forgive me. I loved my husband dearly, and to lose him this way makes no sense. Anything you can do to help would be wonderful. This is all happening so fast. I came home only just a few hours ago. I found the door open, and my Braden dead. Standing over him was a Dunmer. I screamed and ran out into the street. Some city watch were nearby and heard me, I suppose, as they arrived quickly. I heard the Dunmer identify himself as Reynold Draelus. He said he was a vampire hunter, and that Braden was his mark. The guards seemed to know about Reynold, and after a search of the house, the body of some beggar was found stashed in our basement. The guards sent for Carius, who is an investigator for crimes here in Bruma. In minutes, Reynold convinced Carius that Braden was a vampire. Well, of course it does. It was obviously planted here. Why would he stash a body in his own house? That's ridiculous. And another thing. The guards are making a big deal out of no one seeing Braden out in the daylight. Well, of course that's the case. He works at night and has to sleep during the day. Why does that make him a vampire? It's all that Raynal character. I don't trust him. The thing that bothers me the most is that I swear I've seen him before. Of course, he says he's never been here. Look, there isn't much more to say. Please, help me clear my husband's name. I have no idea where he'd be. Just find him and make him tell you the truth. I swear he's a liar. I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
Alright. Yeah, he's in the inn, I know.
What?
I'm listening.
Okay, let's check out the inn.
Hi there. Hello.
You get any
that's
closer and
him.
I'll turn your bones to ash.
Brach Callis, alchemist. Advanced training, available by appointment. Yes, the vampire hunter. As far as I know, he just showed up recently here in Bruma. Not only that, but he already found a vampire among us.
It's good to
Apparently,
be true.
Braden Lyrian was one of those vile creatures, and Raynal slew him. Kind of strange, though. I never figured Braden to be a vampire. He seemed to be such a likable fellow. Good that you want to get better.
We can level up alchemy now.
Bye. How goes it?
What can I do for you today? I usually don't give out that kind of information, especially to people I don't know. Make it quick. So you say, goodness.
Like,
That's enough.
okay.
That's enough. You should be really. That's pretty far-fetched. Really not. Yeah, right. I won't. Not funny. Not even a little bit. Get away from me. Please. That's pretty. You've got a point. Not funny. Not even a little. What a wonderful. That's enough. That's really not. So, I can't argue with that. You're good. I usually don't. We'll see. Every little bit helps. I usually don't. Go ahead. For me, that. I usually.
I'll give him
Tell
money
me
for
more.
nothing.
Good job.
Do I have a charm spell?
Better. How about you?
Everybody split blood. I mean, you know what will happen in the quest
How do you
line.
do? What? Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Yeah, you don't have a simple illusion spell, don't you?
A magic item
Oh,
without a
yes.
charm.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
What kind of room
Yes?
do you know?
Some say that be seeing you.
Everybody else is asleep. It kinda really sucked with the Olo that I couldn't Get his position max and whatnot. Yeah. Wasted my money, but whatever. I got the
Anytime
gold. Earning gold is not an issue for a thief like me.
Oh, you're back.
Quiet. Alright. Oops. No aroma. We don't really need it. And we need this. No, because some free parameters. I don't really know how to. I don't remember how to do this quest though.
Hello.
I know how it goes, but
Oh. So, any new revelations in your... investigation? I'll warn you about one thing. I understand you wanting to help Erlene by checking up on Raynal. We have it on good authority from officials in a neighboring city that Raynal is what he says he is. So I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. I am only allowing you to do this investigation, and I use that term very loosely, because Erlene is so distraught.
okay.
I'm sure Erlene is very upset. She'll be safe, though. Raynal has confirmed with us that she isn't infected. Her accusations that Raynal is lying is not surprising. At this point, she's so upset that she'll say anything to deny what really happened. I suppose if I found out a loved one was something as horrid as a vampire, I'd find any excuse not to believe it either. Keep up the...
Do you have any more questions? I'm afraid I know little more. I know I sound desperate, but I know I'm right.
Alright.
Excuse me.
Okay, they're stealing. Okay, hello my man. I got something for you. Let's touch targets. Okay. Let's arrange.
Tidings, citizen.
Well, let's pick Tuolo. Kinda convenient that I found this girl. Oh. Wrong side of the town. Oh, there's a house for sale, huh? No idea if the bossman will actually want to live in Bruma too. Probably not.
Good evening. Greetings. Do you know Jontus Brolus, the spell sword? What can I do for you today? Raynal's staying in the last room down the hall upstairs. Here's the key. I always liked Brayden and Arlene. They were a nice couple. I hope you get to the bottom of this, because I don't believe he was a vampire either. May the wind be on your back. You won't get away with this.
Bye.
What? Just like Skyrim, except for all the tight-ass Heartlanders around. All work and chapel. No wonder they're so sour. Goodbye.
Okay, so who was stealing?
It's you.
It's me, I wasn't stealing. Yeah.
Hi. Have you ever heard Olga tell her tales?
Oh,
I've
maybe
heard
Onga.
many of Alga's stories. She's
Yeah, he
got a
can't be
real
killed.
gift for telling a tale.
See you.
Take
Greetings, Bosma. Go ahead, please.
Who the heck are you?
Yes, the vampire hunter. He's blasted thief. Take care.
Karinare. Who the heck are you?
Hello. Read any good books lately? I found Istonada's Cosmology. In the booksellers. Haven't had a chance to read much.
How are you?
He's supposed to be here.
You
Not
Though
bad.
it's been a while since I've read it myself.
Heard any news from the other
Let
provinces?
me know how you like it.
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Good day. What can I do for you today? Galaborn? That's odd that you should mention that name. Reynald told me that he was the last vampire he hunted. Yeah, that's right. Somewhere in Skingrad, I believe. He said he tracked Gelborn down and killed him. That's apparently why the guards trust him so readily. They had gotten word from Skingrad's City Watch about Raynil and his so-called accomplishment. I know I may be out of line by saying this, but I think the city guards may be wrong. It's hard to imagine Braden was a vampire. I could have sworn I saw him outside in the daylight before. Unless he just got that disease very recently, I'd say they were mistaken. When I heard Raynil killed him, I didn't know what to think. But after your visit here, I'm beginning to wonder. Everyone's talking about the assassination, of course. Here, take my copy of the new Black Horse Courier. Go ahead, keep it. And nothing else I can tell you about him. He comes and goes and doesn't talk to people much. The Emperor and his 3 sons.
Yeah.
The Countess is Heartland Nibenian, and so are most guildsmen and chapelmen. But most others are as Nordish as you'll find. Just look for me.
Alright, guys.
You need anything else? Hello.
Yeah, these quests I remember getting back quite often. Again, with erroring and whatnot.
Oh, you're back. So, any new revelation? How do you know about that? Oh, too many people don't know how to keep quiet about official matters. Very well. The Skingrad City Watch informed us that Geliborn was killed by Raynil not too long ago. Geliborn was a vampire as well, obviously. What do you mean you disagree? That's a bold statement. What proof do you have that Geliborn was not a vampire? I don't know what to say. It all makes perfect sense now. Why else would Raynil have removed this journal from the crime scene in Skingrad? I heard no mention of a key either. It must have been removed by Raynil from Braden's body before we arrived. To think that 2 innocent men were killed, and that I'm responsible for one of their deaths, I'm speechless. I will rouse the guard and begin a search for him in the city. Meet me at Olev's Tap and Tack in 1 hour. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Ugh.
I've much to tell you. Yes? Evening.
Where are they holding?
All right then, I'm listening.
Just before I arrived here, I received a report from one of our scouts watching the roads. Raynal was spotted heading west out of Bruma. The scout tried to follow, but lost him in the mountains. The only cave to the west that comes close to the one described in Gelliborn's journal is Boreal Stone Cave. That must be where he's headed. You must get there before he acquires whatever artifact is being kept there and makes his escape. I'm keeping the city guard in Bruma, as Raynal doesn't know we're after him. If he sees a guard, he may panic and run. You're my only hope at the moment. Please, you have my authorization to do everything you can to bring him to justice. If he won't surrender, I think you know what to do. Hurry. I fear you have a day at the most to stop him. Please hurry. Raynal... How do you do?
Fine, fine, fine. Let's go. Need some action. Yeah, there's quite a few graves in my sims. Bro, what's up with the leg? Yeah, I know it's old game, but still. Ah, Oblivion music. Oh, the bandits. That's for the Dark Brotherhood, the settlement over there, right? Oh, there's a forest there. Okay, got silver bone. Yeah, more of them. Oh, this is for the Dark Brotherhood. So what's up with the other one? I will come back to this cave. Oh, it's the Galadriel temple. Right. Garden raid. I'll probably go explore the ruin as well. BRB.